Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Hello you lot, welcome back to the channel. Yes, another new video, and this one I'm doing a bit of unboxing and then taking my car to have what's in the box fitted. Hello everybody, I'm sat down, I'm at my desk, and if I can get it in frame, I'm going to open up what is these. Yes. Now the box had a little bit of tape on it, but I've cut that just to make it easier for the video. There was a packet of stickers in there as well, but they seem to have disappeared somewhere. Nice bit of bubble wrap, very therapeutic this stuff is, if you can find one that's not popped. Yep. No, people have been busy. Yeah, nothing. Right, lovely bits of packaging. Let's take these out. I only need to really take one out to show you. What I shall do save scratching my desk. So as you would have seen in the previous video, or the previous videos, I had my BC Racing coilovers fitted and I had an alignment done, and it's become apparent that the control arm bushes, or one of the bushes that sits in the rear of the control arm and mounts to the chassis of the car right near the firewall or bulkhead, depending where you're from. One of those is deteriorated. So there's a lot of movement in it, and it's actually causing the car to wander around quite badly on the road. So I've basically decided not to use it until I can get these on. So this is the hard race control arm bush that sits at the rear of the wishbone. It's a meaty bit of kit, and yeah, the way they mount these is slightly different to the OEM ones. So if you imagine on the lower part of your Focus, you've got the control arm that sits in here, and the wheel will sit here, and this actually moves a tiny bit on these little mounts here. But what happens on the original ones is the little bridges that sits between the mounting bracket and the actual out part of the rubber seal, they tend to crack and break, which means this bit can move around excessively, which actually, if you imagine the control arms sat in there and your wheels sat in there, it's got a bit of movement this way and this way, and it will actually cause the wheel to move a bit. So the other day when I was actually physically trying to move my wheel, there was no chance, because obviously the weight of the car's on the wheel. What I should have done is jack the car up, had to look underneath, and then I could have showed you that where this mounts in here, it was actually moving in the bush. So I've ordered a pair of these. Obviously, again, I got them from AK Motorsport. I, as per usual, got in touch with Andy, said what I wanted. Yeah, and I literally had them delivered over the weekend, which was brilliant. I had to wait a while for these to be fitted, which is fine. I haven't had to use the car for much, so yeah. But what I ordered, as well as ordering a pair of these, there's no point just doing one, is I also ordered, let's put that somewhere safe, is I ordered, if I can get them out of the pack, a pair of these. Now these are the bushes that sit at the front of the control arm. Obviously there's no point uprating one end and not uprating, I should say, the other end. So I've got a pair of these to go on as well. And part of the reason I'm not going to fit these on the driveway is, as you know, these ones have to be pressed out. Not going to be very easy to cut these ones out or burn them out. So yeah, it's best to put them on a hydraulic press and push them out. So that's what's going to happen. But hopefully then, once these are in, the car will start to behave a little bit more. But obviously it's not going to end there, is it? Because at some point I'm going to do the anti-roll bars front and rear, and then uprate some of the rear suspension bushes as well, and a few other little things. But once the setup of the car is like, you know, the stability's there, yeah, then I'll be a bit more impressed. Anyway, so let's get these out to the car. As I say, I'm going to drop the car off at my favourite place. They're going to fit them for me. I'm going to make some adjustments to the ride height, do another wheel alignment, and then obviously, or not obviously as the case is, I'm going to take the car for a test run and see how it is.
2 hours later.
Here we are. I'm at the location where I get my bits done. Bits are in the car. I'm going to drop the car off this morning and pick it up tomorrow afternoon. That's the plan. There we go. One last look at her, or it, car before I get home. Yeah, it's a beautiful Sunday morning, so I think I'm going to take the dog out and go for a walk.
1 eternity later.
Hey everybody, back at my desk, box in hand. Let's put it the right way around. Yeah, I've been to collect my car. Everything all seems sweet. It now drives in a straightish line. I'm just going to show you the components that were taken off my car. But first of all, I'm going to insert a quick clip that Pete sent me and some photos of the control arms, as well as a few other little bits he did on the car for me.
So, went to crack the ball joint off, of course, for the spanner. I just noticed the ball joint's got a bit of play in it as well. The other side's okay. I just loosened that, cracked it off, but that ball joint's got no play in it, that's fine. But this one has got play in the ball joint, so I'm going to see if we can get hold of a ball joint and drill them out and replace it. If not, we might have to get hold of a control arm and then put the bushes through there.
So back with the box, as you would have seen. I'm going to get my hands dirty now. The lower ball joint on one side was a bit knackered. Let's actually put it on my desk, but I'm going to get something just to put on the top first. There we go. I've got a microfiber cloth. This is the ball joint that was on one side. I'll set the camera because I don't think I'll be able to do it in my hand. There we go, that's a bit better. So let's show you the movement in the ball joint. As you can see, there's not much resistance at all in it, but it's the actual yeah, quite a lot of movement actually in that joint, which could account for some of the knock, but it would also account for some of the wandering on the car. The control arm bushes, it's going to be pretty much impossible for me to show, because if I press on it, there's no movement whatsoever. But the bush looks all right. Yeah. The other one, on the other hand, it's in bits. It wouldn't actually come off, so Pete actually had to cut it off, which is fair enough. I think that's all that's in the box, just the nuts and bolts. Yeah, on the front control arm bush. Yeah, like I say, this is going to be oil filled. He's obviously cut through, as you can see through here, to get it out. But yeah, I mean, it's impossible to show unless I get a crowbar, and then it has to be mounted in the car, so you can't see it. But those were replaced, and these were replaced, you know, But as you would have seen in the photos, he's actually painted the control arms for me, which was really good of him. Just helps protect it a little bit. I was going to replace the whole things, and in hindsight, maybe I should have spent the extra money and put new control arms on all as one, but he would have still had to have done those to get those off. But yeah, I'm glad. The other side was perfectly fine, but that probably would have been picked up on an MOT, don't know. But yeah, for sure, that's a bit loose in the hole. Right, let's rinse my hands off. So anyway, there's the bits back in the box. It's always good of them to keep them and give them to me. I like looking at them and filming it and showing you what I've done. Let's go and show you the car then. Let's get to it. There you go, car's back at home on the driveway. I have had it lowered a little bit more, but I am going to investigate just winding it down on the shock a little bit more in a future video. But yeah, the knocking's gone. The car is just so sweet, it handles so well. I'm going to do another video, obviously with a walk around and a bit of driving in it, and an update on the MOT. But until then, thanks for watching, thanks for all the new subscribers, it's really helping the channel to grow, and I will see you in a future episode.